Brothers who are passing out the contribution plates, come on up at this time while I give my introductory comments. As Dan said, Dan Kirk, Tommy, and I have felt for some time that it would be necessary for us to have a very brief safety meeting. Do you all remember not too long ago a situation up in Northern California where an elementary school was in clear and present danger from someone? And they heard about that clear and present danger. And because of preparation, that school went into an immediate lockdown and prevented the dangerous person from getting into classrooms and into the buildings. And that person then moved on. I am confident that there would have been much more tragedy in that situation had they not been prepared. If all of you will remember the Whittier earthquake, many years ago, I was a school teacher during the Whittier earthquake. We had taught our children how to function in an earthquake. We had approximately 400 students on campus and another 200 on way at 7:45 in the morning when the earth started shaking. And I am happy to say that all of those students, with the exception of one, did exactly what we taught them. The one panicked. And that's not unusual to have one that might panic. But everybody else did exactly what they were saying. In fact, we had neighbors that said they looked out their door and saw little children walking to school, hitting the deck right on the sidewalk and doing exactly as we told them, then getting up and deciding which way to go. If parents were at home, back home. If they weren't at home, get to school and find the teachers. So we need to be prepared in both of these situations. We have decided to ask Zach McWaters to give us information and orientation on what we should do in our particular situation here for anyone that poses a clear and present danger. We're going to bring Zach up at this time.
All right, good morning, everyone. This is somewhat of an uncomfortable topic to talk about. So I'm going to try and make it as comfortable as possible, but I am going to be very straightforward, upfront, and blunt. If you have any questions as to why we're going to discuss, or not discuss, but why the plan we're talking about is put in place, please ask afterwards. Again, not a question and answer time right now. Real quick about myself, I'm a 15-year police officer. I run a canine. I have vast experience in tactical situations with the dog, SWAT teams, things like that. Our law enforcement officers in this congregation will agree with this statement that we in California get a lot more training than other states when it comes to any kind of serious incidents, whether it be natural hazards or armed individuals. With that being said, it's actually been, I couldn't believe it's almost been 19 years ago, but 19 years ago, two young men went into a school in Colorado, and that's where a lot of this training started coming into, because back then there was a lot of wait, and that was criticized heavily, and rightfully so. Looking back, the quicker things get addressed, the quicker things get taken care of. Over the last 19 years, those incidents with armed individuals have somewhat progressed from schools to places of business. We saw a few months ago out in Las Vegas, and even more recently at church, I think it was in Texas. Okay, so that's the main reason why I'm up here speaking about this. I know a lot of the schools, a lot of businesses discuss the term run, hide, and fight. That is not probably going to work for our congregation, and this is why. We have choke points, a term where if everybody's rushing into one area, not everybody's going to fit through these two back doors or this one door rapidly. If an individual comes into this building with the intent to do harm and he is armed, these two back doors are typically supposed to be locked and secured, or at least closed, where he can't access it from the outside. This individual would probably have to come through this door. If he comes in and if he is armed, I understand it will be a few seconds of hysteria. I mean, we all understand that. However, what we are asking you to do, what I'm asking you to do, what the law enforcement officers that we have in this congregation are going to ask for everyone to do as quickly as possible is to get down. If an individual comes in here with a firearm, it's not going to be a one-way battle. Okay, with that being said, we are very blessed to have multiple law enforcement officers at this congregation. Personally speaking, and I know I speak for those other officers as well, we will be engaging this individual. We will not sit back and allow this guy to basically have his way with the members of this congregation. With that being said, if everybody is getting up, it is going to make our job engaging this individual extremely difficult. Part of our training in law enforcement is we have to consider not only our background, but what's in between us and the target. And it just kind of dawned on me as we were standing for a couple of the songs, there's a lot of heads, shoulders, backs between me and that door. Okay, so the quicker everybody can get down, the quicker the law enforcement officers, or apparently we have a couple of people with CCWs, carry concealed weapons permits, those individuals will now have a much clearer angle, clearer shot at that individual. With that being said, Dan's right by the door. Dan, you would get out. If you're right next to a door, by all means, get out. But if Mark gets up and tries to rush for that door, again, I'm trying to be, he's going to be in the way. We need people to get down and get out of the way so that we can take care of that. If for whatever reason somebody knows to come in and go straight upstairs, that would be addressed rather quickly as well. We would get somebody upstairs and take care of that threat as well. Again, it does go a little bit, I don't want to say against, but it is a little bit of a different mentality other than the run issue. But again, I hope everyone understands why we're trying to get everyone down. If everybody gets up and rushes for these two back doors because the individual's coming through this door, it's just not going to work, okay? Again, I will be available afterwards. If anybody has any questions, my experience, my training, I can, again, vouch for it here in Southern California, especially Southern California. We get vast amounts of training for these actually particular events. So please don't hesitate to ask. Anything that should be asked, it will be answered. So I appreciate the time, Mark. Thanks.
Thank you very much, Zach. Every child who's in a public school understands these words: duck and cover, okay? So in the event of an earthquake, we're not going to do any drills here. So the action of the earth shaking will be your stimulus, okay? That's what you respond to, okay? So don't wait for anyone to stand up and say, duck and cover. Just do it, okay? Duck, the word duck means get down on the floor and make your body as small as you can facing the floor. Cover refers to covering your head, the most important part of your body in this time to protect. After the shaking is over, everyone in this auditorium will walk calmly out the 3 exits, go to the left, and to where we are calling the assembly area at the end of the parking lot. Do not go up that way. Go that way. You'll understand why in just a moment. If classes are being held upstairs, and that would be at any time like right now or in class situation, it would not happen during the time of our praise period and Lord's Supper. But if they are, teachers will give the command to children to duck and cover. Then direct the children to exit the nearest staircase, then out the nearest door. Will either be that one or that one, okay? Where they will go to the left to the end of the parking lot and be reunited with their parents. All deacons, listen carefully, unless you've had knee surgery lately. All deacons, and we've got a lot of people with knee surgeries here, you will not exit with the rest of the group. You will proceed upstairs and assist any children that need assistance in getting downstairs safely. All teens in the teen room, you will do the same. As soon as the shaking is over, get up and assist. You are old enough to do so. Get up and assist any teachers getting children out and down the stairs and to the left and to the assembly area. This is going to be the hardest part of what I say today. It is counterintuitive, okay? But it must be done for us to exit this building correctly. Parents, do not go upstairs. Trust the deacons that are going to go up, that they will do their job and get your children down. If you try to go upstairs while they're trying to come downstairs, we have congestion on the stairs. If an aftershock occurs, we have an unsafe situation. Please, as much as you want to go up there, go out, go down. We will have plenty of people. I will be directing from down here or up there, no matter where I am. I will not leave this building until everyone is out. And I'll make sure that that happens, and then we will go to the area down there. So, deacons, after you believe you have assisted all children downstairs, please make a sweep of every room upstairs and downstairs, and if necessary, rescue anyone who is trapped or injured, then proceed to the assembly area, at which time every parent will be reunited with children, and if for some reason they are not, our deacons and I will go back in and begin to sweep again. Okay?